How's it going, everyone? Harrison Singer here. You are tuned into a Harrison Singer original this time around. I am with a very special guest, my guy Tony E. Tony, how's it going?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Great to have you. We are sitting at the penthouse right now. The view does not disappoint. I'll tell you that. I'm looking right at the Empire State Building behind you right now. It's not too shabby, I would say. How are you feeling right now, Tony?
I feel great. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
It's good to have you. That's for sure. I mean, I got really excited today when I was literally whipping to Jamie's place, and I checked my Instagram stories, and I literally see Pardi Fontaine just post you on his Instagram story literally today, a few hours ago. Are you guys like locked in like that?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's my boy. I've known him since way back. We from the same area, so we go back.
It's cool because like a lot of people know him as like Meg the Stallion's boyfriend, this that, but like this guy, I swear to God, is one of the best songwriters I think in the game right now. Like he has his own music, sure,
Facts.
good music, but he's written for the best of them as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like Cardi B, Jamie, who else other than like Cardi B? Kanye, he's worked in the room with Kanye. Shout out Kanye for sure. And transitioning right off that to your humble beginnings and your musical influences, would you say Kanye West, as far as the conversations we've had, is definitely up there for you?
Hell yeah, definitely, 100%. He's probably my biggest inspiration. I take inspiration from a lot of different areas of not only artists but life.
Absolutely.
But Kanye is definitely probably the biggest inspiration from an artist.
No doubt. One thing I was really dying to know about you and what you put into making your product, because I wouldn't even just limit it to the music. You have a whole clothing thing going on as well, and your videos, right? Like you direct like a lot of your videos as well, don't you?
Alongside with Swiffer. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna take no credit from Swiffer. Swiffer is the mastermind behind all the videos. But we work, we collaborate together on the videos, but most of the time it's his idea and we just kind of build off of that together.
Some of your creative concepts too, I definitely recommend everyone going to check that out. You drop your YouTube channel right off rip too, where people can find your stuff.
It's Tony Chandy, so TonyEchandy. But you could just type in Tony E, it should all pop up.
So artistically, the visuals and everything that goes into it, it's definitely very impressive stuff.
I appreciate it, bro. Like I said, that's me and Swift.
Absolutely, no doubt. So in addition to that stuff, though, you make a lot of these videos where like open verses, like open verse type videos,
right.
Your own versions of certain songs and with a video attached to them. And a lot of the times, from what I've seen, is like you're in a rocking chair, right?
Yeah, that's something new that we just started. Yeah. That I just started. Me and my boy Dan, we started filming that because somebody that I live with brought home that rocking chair, and I've been trying to do something new.
Yeah,
like with Instagram and stuff. So we just been taking that rocking chair to different places. Absolutely. And just.
That's what made Pardi's story today. Was you in a rocking chair? I think it was the Silent Hill.
Yep.
Cover or not cover,
yeah,
it was
like
a
freestyle.
Freestyle, Silent Hill freestyle, obviously Baby Keem's song,
right?
Did well for itself, but your version was really good.
Appreciate it, bro.
Really good.
Yeah, we so that concept of doing the freestyles actually that's like it started with me doing freestyles in front of a BMW back in the day, like a couple years ago. Absolutely. And that's kind of what started to give me like a lot of followers on Instagram. Absolutely. And like more attention. But yeah, no, it was just I used to do it. I used to just park the car, turn the radio all the way up, and then just rap over an instrumental, and then it turned into like the rocking.
So if you don't mind, let's jump back a bit to the humble beginnings, right? So you originally grew up in Beacon, right?
Yep.
What was life like growing up, in Beacon? And
well, I moved to Beacon when I was 8.
Sure.
I was born in Poughkeepsie.
Okay. Absolutely.
I moved to Beacon when I was 8, and then I kind of just bounced around for a little while. I moved to Puerto Rico. I moved to Orlando for a little while.
You were in LA, right?
I was in LA more recently though. This is when I was super young.
Gotcha.
So then we ended up back in Beacon, and then I ended up doing like all of high school in Beacon. But yeah, no, Beacon's a cool town. It's, especially nowadays, it's a lot different than it was when I grew up there because of like gentrification. But nah, especially nowadays, it's a really cool town. And
where was your favorite place to live out of all the places you probably bounced around? Where would you say?
My favorite place? Probably Beacon.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that's where
your people are from.
All my guys are from. Everybody I know, you know what I'm saying? We all from there. everybody I work with for the majority is all from there. So, and there's a lot of talent in there. I'm not like the only rapper. There's a lot of talent.
Absolutely. That's good to know for sure. I'll be tapping into that
yeah.
scene, no doubt.
Definitely.
What other stuff, what kind of kid were you in general, outside of making some music at a young age?
So I started music when I was very young, like 6 years old. My dad was a DJ.
There you go.
So
kind of segued right in.
Yeah, he used to it all started with him like letting me put the needle on the record.
Absolutely.
And then flipping over the record.
Grandmaster Flash style, right?
Like letting me scratch it and shit. And then he used to flip the record, and on the other side of the record is the instrumental. Yep. So that's where I started rapping. Yeah. Because he used to throw on the instrumental, and I just used to freestyle.
So what were some of those vinyls that you were hearing at
Fat Joe, Biggie Smalls, Big Pun. Yeah. Like the classics.
He put you on early to some good stuff. Yeah.
Definitely. And then from there, he bought me like a beat program called Hip Hop EJ or something like that. Yeah. And then I started making beats into that. Got a little USB mic, $20 mic from Walmart, and just started recording myself. But besides music, I was into sports. I played baseball, basketball.
What positions were you? Were you playing on the diamond and the court?
Yeah, I was a point guard, shooting guard for basketball.
Sure.
And then second base, shortstop, third. I kind of bounced
Middle
everywhere.
Infield,
man. Yeah, I was a state champion in baseball.
So you're growing up in Beacon playing baseball. Like, does that mean you're a Yankee fan? Or?
Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay, good. We can definitely now we definitely can get along for sure. I'm a big Yankees guy.
I just went to Fenway.
So enemy territory.
Yeah, I was in enemy.
Was it for a Yankee Red Sox game?
I forgot who they played.
Hopefully the Red Sox took the L. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I left early.
I have been to a game. It's a nice stadium. Like I won't lie. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like watching.
You been there?
I have. One time I went, and it was like over summer, probably 3 years ago at this point. It was like watching a game in like a time machine. You know what I mean? Like it really like takes you back because that stadium opened in like the year the Titanic sunk.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mean, they've updated it since then, but like.
It's still old. It still got that old feeling to it.
Definitely does. And I don't want to give Boston fans like too much benefit of the doubt because I really am like every sports team I root for, they're rivals with Boston. Yankees and Jets, Rangers, all that. But the Sweet Caroline, I think it's in the 8th inning that they do, is a pretty fun experience.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show any more love than that to the city of Boston for sure. But back to the music though, I was curious, in addition to Kanye West, like who you look at nowadays and feel inspired by, maybe not to say, hey, like I want to incorporate this in my sound, maybe a little bit of that, but like who kind of gives you inspiration when you listen, to the modern day landscape?
That's Travis Scott.
Sure.
Definitely is a big inspiration for me and was a big inspiration for me when he first started dropping stuff like Al Pharaoh and Days Before Rodeo.
Al Pharaoh, that's back, yeah.
Lil Durk, I love Lil Durk. Lucky. I don't know if you ever heard of Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky.
I've been listening to him for a minute. I take a lot of inspiration from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's a couple.
Absolutely. So if there's one artist right now, like a big time artist that you could collaborate with, who would you say that artist would be?
I mean, my dream is to collaborate with Kanye.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I saw that tweet you put out recently, like a video snippet. You were in the white backdrop.
Oh, Outta Sight.
Yeah, Outta Sight.
Yeah, we put that video is actually out. But yeah, no, we
tried to get retweeted so Kanye can get his eyes on it. Yeah.
Yeah, very yay vibe. Yeah. So I did throw out a tweet mentioning.
It's a very like distinguishable for those, you can find it on Tony's YouTube channel. It's definitely, very distinguishable, creative approach that I definitely rocked with for sure.
Appreciate it, bro.
You're in that white space, right? Like completely white, like there's a camera around you taking different shots. Like what were you trying to portray? Like what was there any like symbolism or messages?
Yeah, it's a little personal. I can't really touch upon it too much, but I was in a very frustrated point of life. Like I was very frustrated.
Did you feel free? Were you feeling free? Like was that kind of?
I feel a lot more free now. I was very frustrated at the time, right. And that was kind of portraying that just part of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you ideally hope the future holds? You could really go as far as you want with this, right? But it could be the next 6 months, could be the next year, could be the next 5 years. But like,
right.
What do you want to see happen for Tony E as an artist and really as a person as well?
Man, I'm just to be 100% honest with you. I I've been asked that a lot, especially like in the past when I was dropping a lot of music and stuff, and I used to always have like specific goals and stuff. But to be honest, this music stuff, I've been doing it for so long that it's just me. So whatever comes with it is what comes with it, you know, and that's really just my outlook on everything. I work, you know what I'm saying? I work my ass off and I put my all into it, for sure. But really, bro, I'm just making the best music that I can, the best music of my life. I'm putting it out. No more holding on to it, waiting.
Right.
Because, you know, that's kind of been the scenario.
Yeah.
But
you have what might you have come. I don't want to say what we've talked about as far as what might be coming, but
no. We could air that out. An album is coming.
Let's do it.
Life is Crazy. That's the title of the album, because life is crazy and life been crazy for me for the past couple of years. So, yeah.
So I gotta know someone you've collaborated with. I'm wondering first. It's a 2-part question, right? So. First, is this person going to show up as far as a collaborator on this upcoming project? Because then the second part of that question is Dizzy Banko, right? Is someone you've worked with.
Right.
This man produced Mood Swings. Yeah. Shawty a little bad. That one. So he produced that song, right? Facts. If I'm not mistaken. So this is someone that you have multiple songs out with, right? So
I got a whole project with him.
Okay, I mean.
Sleepless Nights.
It's
out now. And actually, just to throw it out there, we got another one in the tuck.
There you go.
Just waiting on the right time to put it out.
So, So that working relationship, because that was that second part of that question, is that so that working relationship, you'd say,
that's my boy. See him every day.
Absolutely.
I see him every day. He at my house every day.
How long have you guys been, like, acquainted like you are?
I've known him since, I want to say, like, 2016.
Yeah.
To be 100% honest, I forgot how I met him.
Yeah.
I think I met him through my boy Swave.
Sure.
Who's from the Bronx. He's an artist as well. Super talented. Really? I think he introduced us, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, we just kept in contact and kept working. So
after like getting tight with him, you know, and being tight with him for all this time, like you've seen him be a part, like eventually, of these crazy records, right? You know, how do you feel? I guess as someone being around that,
that's inspiring. It's inspiring, bro. He's one of the most inspiring people around me, to be honest, and just the work that he puts in and the grind that he does every single day, is like all I can say is that it's inspiring, bro.
So here's another question for you. For people tuning in and who might not have come across your stuff yet, even for the people who have,
right?
What would Tony E say are his favorite, I guess, 3 songs that he's put out? And if it's too hard, I mean, what are the 3 or 5 songs that someone just tuning into your stuff has to make sure that they peep?
To get a good like idea of the type of music that I put out, and just me as an artist, just to throw a couple out there, because all of them are my favorite, but I say listen to Red's
fire.
Listen to
it's definitely good.
Listen to A. And listen to the La Tienda
album
project. Yeah, the album that came out in 2020.
Yeah, that's your latest body of work, right?
Right.
So, yeah, La Tienda.
During the quarantine. That's when I made that.
Absolutely. That dropped in, I think, September of 2020, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, definitely give that a listen for sure. Another thing I was curious from just seeing what you do in general is I keep seeing Pancho come up, Pancho, correct?
Right.
So I keep seeing that come up on social media and stuff like that. Can you kind of explain what that is?
Right. So, all right. So Pancho, it comes from a name that my aunt gave me when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made an album with a book that goes with the album, but it's titled Pancho. And as you listen to the album, you can read through the book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Pancho is that. So it's an album as well as a book, as well as a clothing line that I've been pushing.
Where did you get that nickname? Like, how did that kind of become a thing? Just happened.
Yeah, it's just she just used to be like, "What's up, Pancho?"
Also, too, Pancho with an O is the name of someone we actually have, I guess, a mutual. I saw that
right.
tapped in with on Instagram.
From Peekskill.
Yeah, the Westchester scene, Pancho Weiland. If he's watching this, you know, shout out Pancho and shout out Pancho as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fact.
Shout out Pancho Pancho for sure.
That's a fact.
But yeah, is there anything we haven't covered to this point that you definitely want to make sure viewers know about you or in general?
All I want people to know is that all I want people to do is go check out my music, check out that new album because it's going to be my best album, 150%. And I'm just excited, bro. This is a new chapter of me as an artist. So I'm just excited and ready to push forward, bro.
We also got a live performance coming as well with Tony E. He's been on Hot 97. He's done, these big time performances, but I have a feeling something in me right now with the New York City sunset coming. We're going to do this out here too. Like, I'm hoping we top that. You ready to bring the heat for us?
Yeah, man, it's about to be something special. I'm looking at this sunset right now. Like,
if you're not here, I'm sorry for you. You know what I mean? Like, it is electric out here. We got with the whole setup that we got going on. And again, shout out to Jamie Krantzis too for getting us the space. Shout out to Bull, my boy Bull, who's been a part of like the last 3 interviews or something. You obviously are Bull from your time being together out in LA.
Right.
But Bull really plugged this interview, got us connected, and has been a huge help, for the last several interviews that I've done.
This is how I met Bull.
I need to hear this story.
Yeah, all right, ready? So I woke up one morning, right? I forgot what I was doing the night before. I think I was in the studio in LA. I had an apartment out in East Hollywood, and woke up, opened up the door, and the door was the living room. And I'm pretty sure Bo was doing yoga in my living room. And I had to like step over him to go to the bathroom. And then me and him just ended up chopping it up. I showed him a bunch of music, and ever since then, it's been love. We actually went to the beach together that day, too. It was lit. Nice. It was lit. Bo's my boy, bro.
Absolutely. That's a great story for sure. And also, while we're at it, shouting out people in the room, shout out Troy for sure, who's helping out behind the camera. That's definitely been a big help for us. But, yeah. I'm also curious to know, we definitely covered a lot about Tony E to this point, but I always ask people this in interviews, and I'm always very curious to hear what they have to say, is what's one fun fact about Tony E that people watching would have never been able to guess? After they hear, they're like, oh, shit, like I would have never known that about him.
Huh.
See, there's always a pause when I ask that question. You can take your time to think for sure.
And what's a fun fact about me?
Fun fact about you?
Yeah, like.
You want to say real shit?
Yeah.
A real fun fact about you?
Yeah, no, a real one.
Oh, you got us built up for nothing.
Can say it. I'm gonna tell you about that.
Shout out your boy too.
Right.
So Tony has a lucky pillow.
Oh yeah. I'll tell him. So yeah, fun fact about me. Shout out my boy Lit Boy.
Absolutely.
And he just reminded me of this, but I got a lucky pillow, right?
Sure.
I've had it since I was. Well, I haven't had this specific pillow since I was young, but I had the same pillow throughout my whole life since I was like 3 years old. Yeah. It's a Mickey Mouse pillow.
Okay.
With he's playing like basketball on it. I don't know if Bo seen it when he was in my room in LA, but yeah, I've had it, and I've had it since I was like, I want to say like 3 years old, and then I didn't have it for a couple more years. I had a different Mickey pillow.
Sure.
It's just something about having a Mickey Mouse pillow.
Yeah.
It's just good luck with me.
You get that in Orlando, like when you were living in Orlando?
Yeah, I had. Yeah, I think I had the one that I'm talking about, but then I ended up rebuying the same one from when I was young because I found it online.
How old were you when you did that?
That was recently. That was like 2018.
Okay, so
the point is that I'm gonna have a Mickey Mouse pillow until the day I die.
I respect that. You know what? I remember taking those trips down to Disney World, You must have been there all the time living in Orlando, right? No? No?
I lived in Orlando for like a year.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, no, not even like 6 months.
Yeah. So, like, were you bouncing around, though, because, like, was it, like, your family, like, different jobs or just...
No, I grew up with my grandma. That was, like, my mom.
Yeah.
So, it was just me and her. I mean, my dad was in my life, don't get me wrong. But as far as like living with a parent, it was her, and she wanted to move to Orlando, and I was all about it.
The weather,
And Puerto Rico as well. We lived down in Puerto Rico.
How was that? Was that a great experience?
It was dope. But since I was young, I've always been back and forth to Puerto Rico.
So you have a lot of family back in Puerto Rico. That's very cool.
So
you go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
Nah, I didn't.
Any family or friends go?
I don't know.
No?
To be honest.
No, bet. No, that's cool though, definitely. So does that make you like you listen a lot? La Tienda was the name of your last project. You listen to a lot of Spanish music?
Yeah, I do.
Who is your favorite?
All right, my favorite
Spanish.
That's
music?
Mark Anthony. You gotta understand.
Of course.
Yeah, Mark Anthony is a GOAT. Like, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Like, since I was young, my mom has had me on Mark Anthony, like listening to him all the time. She used to tell me she gonna marry him. Like,
J-Lo did that for a while, you know.
Right. Yo, you wanna know something funny?
I do.
All right, so one year when I was super young, I thought I was probably like 8, maybe even younger, but my uncle went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and he took a picture of J-Lo, and you would have thought that she was a part of our family, the way that picture that he took at the Puerto Rican Day Parade was posted in all of my family members' houses. You walk into the living room, they had it on the wall in every single house. You would have thought J-Lo was like my cousin or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that Puerto Rican shit, man. We go hard for our people.
Yeah, for sure. Mark Anthony's dope. I relate to that one because my mom was playing like "Tell Me, Baby Girl," when she'd be cooking and stuff like that. No doubt. But yeah, so definitely plug your socials for the people where they can find you on. Obviously social media, but also streaming services. You drop the YouTube, can't hurt to
Right.
Time, but
you can find me on all platforms. Tony Echandy, TonyEchandy. But you just go on Google, type in Tony E. I should be the first thing that pop up.
Absolutely. Well, definitely thank you for coming down to the city, taking the time, chopping it up. We're going to go outside for that live performance. As these buildings start to get lit out, it's going to be fire for sure. Thanks again for coming, bro. This was...
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you.
Pleasure having you for sure.
Life is Crazy, the album coming out.
How many tracks is that going to be?
13.
13 tracks. I'm excited for that for sure. You got any videos lined up you're going to shoot for it too?
Yes, sir. Yeah. We got a video on the way.
These too?
We got a video on the way,
Let's
bro.
Go. Okay, say less. I'm tapped in. You don't need to sell me anymore. That's for sure.
It's a movie too. If you ever seen Bronx Tale, you're gonna appreciate it.
That's cool.
You ever seen that movie?
I have, yeah.
You're gonna really appreciate it.
Cool. I'm gonna rewatch it though before I tap into your stuff, so the reference is hot. You know what I mean? It's been a long time since I've seen that now, but definitely go follow Tony. Also, if you want more content like this, follow me at HarrisonSinger_ on Instagram. YouTube, the whole 9. We're here in New York City. The sun's just slowly coming down. Like I said, it's a great view. We're about to hit live performance with Tony E. Like this video, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
It's been real, everyone.
Oh, right. Yeah.